In a bustling city known for its towering skyscrapers and neon lights, a young marketer named Mia had just landed her dream job at a top advertising agency. Mia was passionate about storytelling and fascinated by the subtle art of persuasion, but she knew little about the deeper psychology that often made or broke a campaign's success. Her boss, Sam, was a seasoned marketing guru, known for his skill in framing products in a way that made people see ordinary things in extraordinary ways. One day, Sam called Mia into his office, a cozy, well-decorated space filled with inspiring quotes and sleek product mock-ups. "Mia, have you heard of the framing effect?" he asked, leaning back in his chair with a glint of curiosity in his eye. Mia shook her head. I know that how we present things matters, but what's the framing effect?" Sam smiled and leaned forward, eyes sparkling with excitement. "Let me tell you a story. Imagine you're selling two identical bottles of orange juice. One label says 10% sugar, and the other says 90% sugar-free. Which one do you think sells better?" Mia paused, thinking about it. "The one that says 90% sugar-free, I'd guess. It just sounds healthier." "Exactly." Sam nodded. "That's the framing effect in action. People are drawn to the positive frame. We naturally focus on what we stand to gain or avoid, rather than looking at the complete picture." Eager to understand more, Mia listened closely as Sam shared more examples. He told her about the food industry, where framing is used everywhere. Think of a yogurt brand advertising 80 calories per serving. Another brand markets the same yogurt as low-calorie, guilt-free goodness. That extra phrase? It speaks to people's desire to feel good about their choices. That's a hedonic frame. "Does it work for everything?" Mia asked, curious. "Well, not always," Sam replied. "It's all about context. For example, let's say you're launching a new car that's great on fuel. If you say 22 miles per gallon, it sounds good. But if you say best-in-class fuel economy, you're framing it as the leader. Who doesn't want the best?" Mia nodded, starting to see the potential. Sam continued, "This kind of framing taps into our psychology. Studies show people are risk-averse with gains. We prefer something certain, like satisfaction guaranteed. But when it comes to avoiding losses, we're more daring. You ever notice how health campaigns focus on what you might lose by not making the right choice?" Mia's eyes widened. "Like those signs in doctors' offices warning about heart disease if you don't quit smoking." "Precisely," Sam said. "It's called a loss frame. People are more likely to make changes if they feel they're protecting themselves from a loss." By now, Mia was hooked. She could see how powerful this framing effect could be for her clients. But Sam wasn't done. "There's one more thing, Mia. It's called a temporal frame. People love instant results, so if a product promises a quick win, highlight that. See results in 7 days sounds way better than you'll see a difference eventually." He laughed, and Mia joined him, now seeing how subtle these choices were and how much they mattered. Sam then handed her a challenge. "Next campaign, you're going to put these frames into action. Pick a product and frame it 3 ways. One is a gain, one is a loss, and one is a quick result. See what sticks. Experimenting is the best way to master it." Mia left the office buzzing with ideas, feeling like she'd been let in on a powerful secret. She spent the next week testing different frames, learning which words brought excitement, urgency, or reassurance to the people she wanted to reach. With each test, she saw how a simple shift in language made a world of difference. Months later, Mia launched a campaign for a new fitness app, framing it as the quickest way to feel fit in some ads and don't miss your chance to reach peak health in others. By the end of the month, subscriptions had surged, and she was beaming with pride. That day, she returned to Sam's office, ready to tell him the news. But he only smiled, as if he'd known all along. "Well done, Mia," he said. "Now you know that framing is all about helping people see the value that's already there, just from the right angle." As she left his office, Mia thought of all the ordinary things she could make extraordinary with just a few words. And she knew she'd found her path as a storyteller in marketing.